What's up, fellas? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another one. CASKET'S Fab Shop, Casket Customs. Guess what? We are on another one today. Gonna be a little bit of a different video. I got some real quick updates before we get started. But today we're gonna build a custom cross. Once again, another descanso for a friend of mine. Once again. So, I have never built these things to sell, which I want to. So if you guys want a custom cross like this, like the way that I build them, hit me up and I'll definitely knock it out for you. But I have been building these things just randomly for friends of mine that have passed away, and this one would be my third one. The first one I built was for my brother. It was an 8-footer. The one that I built for Ryan, little buggy, I built his was I believe like a 6-footer, 5-footer maybe, and this one here probably be a little shorter, like a 4-footer. I'm running out of the steel I usually use, so next time I do build one, I'm gonna build it out of a different type of steel, a little lightweight, more lightweight, and I'm gonna build a few of them, that way I can sell them. But unfortunately, guys, I've been building them for people that I personally know, and I'm not selling them to them. I just give it to them, and it's a lot of work, a lot of money out of my pocket, but you know, it's from the bottom of my heart because I've known these people a long time. But anyway, guys, before I get into that, I wanted to show you my Schlitz. I've had this sitting around for a good minute. Thank you to Russell, my buddy, that gave it to me, and he got it from a friend of mine, Jay Bird at Southwest Hydraulics. Shout out to Jay Bird. Go way back with Jason too, and he's gonna be doing my 36 chassis here pretty soon. We're gonna get that thing C-notched and laid out on the floor and ready to go, and at that point, guys, I can start working on my convertible. Why am I not doing it? Because for one, I have too many other projects on my hands right now. I rather see my cars progress, even if I have to have homies help me do some parts to them. Not to mention, I like to give them the business, and a shout out on my channel for you guys in town that want hydraulics, airbags, stuff like that. Hit up Jason, Southwest Hydraulics. I know many people in this town, and you know, I can't do it all, guys. As much as I want to, I do not have the time because I still have a full-time job. I cannot get to my own cars, much less finish this one. I'll speak to you about this one in a minute. But anyways, shout out to my buddy Hoser. Hoser I grew up with as well, loves doing wood projects. Was cleaning the shop the other day, came across this, said I need to do something with it already. I had the wood for it, called Hoser. I said, dude, I got a project. If you want it, willing to pay you. I told him what I wanted, something like that. He knocked it out the park. Simple, clean, rustic looking, 70s bar themed. I just wanted a regular light in there. Hoser went over and beyond and gave me this little pad with the freaking lights that change colors, and I could not be more happier. That was the smart move on Hoser's part. I absolutely love how many colors it changes. It is so neat to see that, because with all the colors that are already in it and then all the colors that it changes, it just gives it so much of a cool effect. I absolutely love it. I need to hang it. So Hoser did it. I gave it to him one afternoon before I left to work, and the next morning he called me, said it was ready to go. I was like, whoa, man. He was quick. So if you guys need any kind of cool like project woodworking things, hit me up. I'll get in contact with you guys, and I'll get you in contact with either Jason, Hoser, of course anybody, you know, that you need work from me. But so, enough chit chat. Once again, I like to freaking talk. Gotta slap myself, but we're gonna start with this, guys. So I know it's a little beefy, but that's what I have laying around, and I don't have time to be going spending a bunch of money. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make this cross for Dave. My friend Dave got shot by 3 little shithead punks in a road rage incident, which was not even a road rage incident. He was minding his own business, him and his wife driving home after dropping off a friend of mine down the road. They were driving down a street that is like 35 or like 25 or 35 miles an hour, and these kids decided to roll up on my buddy and start, you know, tailgating him. And you know, it's like, dude, he's going the speed limit, he's minding his own business. Well, as they get to the end of the street, these guys decide to pull in front of him, brake check him, and stop the car in front of him. So my buddy gets out of the car, doesn't know what the hell these kids' deal is. As he starts walking towards them, they open fire on him, shoot him 3 times, and kill him. They take off. I think they even shot his car, which is a bunch of shit. And these kids, you know, they got caught. Underage, of course, with firearms, a bunch of bullshit. But it is what it is. That's the state of New Mexico for you. It's all a bunch of little Edgar punks that, you know, do stupid shit. And it's unfair to the rest of us. It's unfair to families. It's unfair to people like that, you know, why they would do that, it's stupid. Their life's over. They're going to spend the rest of their life in prison. And if they don't, they get out, I guarantee you they probably will not last long. The rate they're going, because the prison ain't going to fix them. They're just going to get out thinking that they're tough, and the minute they get out, they're going to do something stupid, and see, either someone's going to kill them, the cops will kill them, something's going to happen, you know? You know, hopefully they do get rehabilitated or whatever you want to call it in fucking prison, but, you know, it's bullshit that my friend had to lose his life. So, I have nothing good to say about people like that, you know? My friend was a good guy. Very good guy. Him and his wife are good people. I've known them a long time, and it breaks my heart, you know, to have to see another funeral and another friend and homie that should be here, hanging out. You know, it's just shit. So I'm gonna get started, guys. Let's bring this metal in and see what I can do. I'm gonna try to make some measurements. So today is what's today, Thursday? Yeah, just got tired, bro. Thursday, I gotta go get my welder, but it's in the front shop. So today's Thursday. There is a car show for my buddy at the Moose Lodge. On Sunday. I'm going to try to have this thing done for him by Sunday. So I'm going to have to put all my stuff aside and work on it. Yes, I'm going tomorrow to go get a drive line from the you pull it. I'm going to go see if I can find a drive line that will work for my 40, or at least the parts I need for one, and then I'll take it and have one made. I don't know. I'm just going to go tinker around, but the main reason I want to go to is I want to buy a small hood, because I want to work on practicing on some of my painting, and I want a nice clean hood off a small car that I can hang in my shop, and I want to work on, you know, taping and designs. I want to learn how to spray candies better and metallics, stuff like that. I want to be able to tinker with paint a little bit more so I get the hang of it, you know, especially covering solvent pop. I want to be able to spray with the cheapest, crappiest clear at 100 degrees and have it come out clean and flawless, so I know what the material does, you know, in weather, and I can get by working on my stuff in here without having to even take it anywhere else, just in case, you know, just in case. But once again, guys, it takes more time out of my time that I'm working on my own shit. But, you know, experience, guys, is the one thing that takes time. It really does. So you will not get better if you don't get out there and try. If you sit on your ass watching TV all the time and wishing you could do this and that, well, you can wish in one hand, shit in another one, and see which one comes true first. Because I come out here and hustle, hot weather, tired. I got so much on my plate. I'm a one-man team. So yeah, guys, like, I want to keep on trying to perfect what I do, and the hard thing for me, guys, is that I love to paint, but I love to fabricate and do body work, and I love to build old cars. Well, I can't do all of it because I can't even master one thing. You know, I can't master welding, I can't master painting. It just takes experience, guys. The more trigger time you have, the better you'll get. The more you'll understand. The more welding time you get, the better you get. And the way it works for me, guys, is all these cars I start with, from the stripping phase all the way through the metalwork, and then after the metalwork, by the time I get to painting, it's already been a year. So in a year, I got a little practice with my metal and a little practice with my painting, and it's like I don't do enough of everything to get proficient. So yes, I get by, but do I struggle? Yeah. Do I know how to use all these tools 100%? No. I know how to use them, but I don't know the tricks and the trade about a lot of them. And I have the tools. Do I mess with them when I can? Yeah. Sometimes don't work out and I struggle, but I'm trying. You know, everybody gets to be a badass at some point, starting out like me, trying to figure it out. A lot of these people work in shops and someone teaches them while I'm learning on my own. Well, let's get busy, guys, because it's already going to be freaking noon and I don't have a lot of time. Let me go get this metal. One bonus part, guys. Dave's car was a very dark emerald green with gold flake in it. I painted Buggy's cross candy emerald green with a silver base. I still have that candy left. So I'm going to go ahead and spray Dave's cross candy emerald green with a black base or a charcoal base and gold flake. So I have a lot of the material. I have some clear. I have some intercoat clear. I have pretty much everything I need. I may need to buy a little bit of stuff, but I have all my sealers. I have everything. I got it all. But we need to start sanding. Whatever. Oh, these things are freaking heavy, bro. Beefy. These things ain't gonna move. So here we go. Here we go. I really did not want to do this in the shop. It's going to make a freaking mess. I wonder if I should just do it right here out the door. Because I don't want to do it in the front yard. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Let me figure out where I'm going to set up, guys. I got a lot of shit going on right now in my brain. I'll get with you in a second when I get started. Alright, guys. I'm going to get set up. We're going to start doing some stripping. Ooh. Alright, guys, well, we got them all stripped down. It took me about, I don't know, 45 minutes to strip completely all of them, clean them all up. Now we are getting to caps. So I've already made the first cap here, have it tacked in. I'll finish welding this in. We are going to have to fill in these little holes. These holes on the bottom I'm going to leave because they're going to face down on the arms of the cross. Let's see here. I gotta sand this a little bit better, but It's the only nub I had left. So this one is going to be a little bit of more work because I'm going to have to weld all these little holes in and all these big holes, which is a super pain in my butt. But I'm going to do it because it looks so much cleaner. So with that being said, guys, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to knock this out. Yeah, I do. She's going to take a lot of wire because I'd rather just weld it and grind it flat than have to sit there and cut every little plug for this. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Let me finish making. I got to make 2 more caps. Weld the caps in. I got to weld these in. And then I can start welding the cross together. Once it's all welded together, then I'm going to go ahead and metal finish it clean the best I can. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to skim the whole thing with mud. I'm going to skim it completely. I'm going to sand it real fast all the way down. And we're going to go straight into 2 coats or 3 coats of epoxy. And then probably a couple coats of high build. And then I'll block that down probably tomorrow. And then we'll go into paint. It's not going to be that difficult. I'm going to just try to make this as fast and quick as possible. So let me knock this out and I'll get with you guys here shortly. Alright guys, we started about 12:30. It is now 3:30. And here's where we are. I was able to line it up. First of all, we stripped the whole cross down to bare metal. With the contour deal from Eastwood, I stripped that whole thing down all the way bare metal. I lined this little top nub up that I had spare over there just for the top. I cut it straight. We did cap it on both ends. I welded it in on both sides. I did not weld these creases in here. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to skim them with some mud. But we did actually, every one of these I made a plug with the Beverly shear. And here's all the little tiny chisel pieces I had to make. I used this little circle as a template for those. They were perfect. I cut them like a stop sign with the Beverly shear, took the grinder, rounded them off, took this, stuck the piece in the hole to hold it flush, and welded them in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I am not going to cap the bottom. It will get capped, but I'm going to put a bigger plate on it to hold this thing up. Just not sure what I'm going to use yet. Maybe a rotor. Rotor. I have a rotor. We just, maybe this will work. I don't know if this will be big enough. I think I'm going to have to get a bigger rotor than this. Let's check it out. Whoa, that fucker's hot. Just finished welding, so. That actually might work. So, yeah, it's not really that big. It's kind of a small rotor, but I have some bigger ones back here. It's working out, guys, so far. I've knocked out a lot of stuff. I didn't take the whole 3 hours to do that. Here's a good one right here. It's kind of flat. Oh, it's hotter than shit. I should have brought my gloves. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of those rotors. But anyway, fellas, whoop, I'm going to fall on my freaking face, bro. It's been one of those days. I've been rushing. I'm American. I'm not Russian. But, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and maybe, I'm going to use the bigger rotor that I have in the back. We'll weld that puppy on here. But for right now, I need to weld these caps in. Oh, I got to cap the top. So I got to build the top cap, weld all 3 caps in, weld the base on, and then I'm going to go ahead and metal finish it down. Which I mean metal finish is clean all these welds flush and clean and flat. And then I'm going to skim the whole cross with Bondo real thick, not real thick, but real thin. Get it as straight as I can. And then we're going to go from there. So I'm just trying to build this as fast as possible. So far, I am 3 hours in it. So I'm going to take a break because I haven't ate all day. I need to go grab me something to eat real quick from the house. Maybe grab me a brewski. And I'm going to come back in here and keep on trucking. Catch you guys here in a minute. Alright, fellas, next day. Day number 2. Building the cross for Dave. And we are at it. So this morning I came out here. I wiped it all down real good, cleaned it up. Let me show you where I'm at. We welded the base on there last night. Actually need to clean that base up with some mud. But I've got all the edges where all the welding was done on this. I'm going to go ahead and sand it down now, clean it up the best I can, try to get it as perfect as I can. That way, when I spray the epoxy, I'll probably spray a couple coats of epoxy on it, and then I'll probably go into I'm gonna look and see how it looks with the epoxy. I may not even have to go into polyester. The metal does look fairly clean. Yeah, some of this stuff may need a couple coats, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray it with the epoxy. Try 2 coats of epoxy, and then I'll take a peek at it, and if I think it needs some more build to it, then I'll just add a few coats of polyester primer over that, and then we'll wet sand it down from there after that dries. I need to start getting some color on this thing, so we're going to do this as fast as possible. So I'm going to mix up some more mud and fix that bottom. And I did notice that on here there's like a groove in this metal. I can feel it all the way down, so I'm going to skim that. And anything else that I can see, like there's some minor pitting. It's really not that bad though, dude. I gotta, yeah, right there, I gotta grind that down flat. I can feel that. There's a gouge here. That's some minor stuff. This metal's all beat up, dude. I mean, it's not beat up, but it's just old metal. I mean, it's been sitting around for a while. And this thing's beefy. It's heavy, but it's nice, dude. It's really cool. So let me get going on this thing, finish some mud work. I didn't realize I forgot about the bottom. I'm gonna fix that, do that line. We're gonna sand this thing down, clean it up, and hopefully we start getting in some primer here soon. I'll catch you guys here in a minute. Alright, fellas, we are at epoxy. So we still got a lot of work to go. I noticed there was, of course, some spots I missed, which I knew was going to happen, but I'll get that now before I'm gonna let this dry really well, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and lightly sand out these little spots that I didn't sand correctly. I'm gonna sand them out real good, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add some high build to this thing to fill in like a lot of that there. On the other hand, guys, I'm not sure. I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I'm trying to think. Because it doesn't look too bad, but there's a lot of imperfections in it from the metal. And I'm almost like, should I high build the crap out of it and then just block that down and then figure out what's left? Or should I just go over all the spots that I can see with the epoxy now? Because then I gotta wait for it to really dry for a long time before I can do anything with it. So I think what I'm gonna do, honestly, is I'm going to just let this dry for about 45 minutes to an hour. It is 1:53, so about 2:30, 2:40. I'm gonna pound high build all over this thing, probably 3 to 4 coats, and then I'm gonna let that sit until this evening, maybe even tomorrow, and then I will come in here with guide coat, block it flat, and I will fix any little imperfections that are left, spot prime it, and then we'll be off to sealer. That's what I'm gonna do, because I think that is gonna be the most efficient way to let this go. So right now, I'm just gonna let it dry. I put 3 pretty good coats of epoxy on it, but that stuff's very thin. It mixes 1 to 1. So it sprays like paint. It doesn't really spray like thick. So I'm gonna give it a good probably 30-45 minute flash time, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit it. So I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I don't know if the light will catch it. Let me see. Yeah, there's like on the areas that I skimmed with my finger, some of it didn't come out, some of it did. I missed some mud right there on the edge. I did the same here. There's a line in the metal there that needs to be worked out. I don't know if you can see it. There's a lot of pitting on the sides of this metal, especially right there. A lot of the epoxy filled it, but not enough. There's a chip there, missed bondo there, chips here. All the little chips I can fill with one part. Just skim them real quick. A lot of this stuff I can, but I think that if I went ahead and high builded this damn thing, it would sand a lot of this shit out. And then whatever's left, it wouldn't be so bad, because I know some of it will fill those pinholes. I mean, it's not looking bad though. I mean, figuring I had 5 hours in it yesterday from basic nothing. I had the metal, I cut it all up. I had the metal back there. I had to cut it all up, strip it down to bare metal, cut everything the way I wanted it to size, weld it all together, weld the base on it, make plates for the sides and the top, fill in a whole bunch of holes. That was all 5 hours yesterday. And then today has all just been skimming and pretty much body working it until now. So if this was like really clean, fresh metal, I would have been able to get my body work more on point. But this metal had like so much dark spots in it. Even when I cleaned it really good and I scuffed it, I did everything I could. I even sprayed a little bit of muriatic acid on it to try to clean up all that rust, and some of it got off of there, and then I hosed it all out of here. But it is what it is. I cleaned it the best I could. I went through, wiped it down with some alcohol really well, and I wiped it till nothing came off. So all those little black spots that were just kind of embedded in the metal, even wire wheeling it, didn't do shit. So you know, it is what it is. We got through the high build phase. Data tech sheet told me I needed to wait 2 freaking hours instead of 45 to 1 hour. So I waited the 2 damn hours, and then I pounded on 2 really thick coats of high build, which was pretty much drying out of the gun, so I had to thin it. So it's like half a high build. It is almost 5 o'clock and it's 100 degrees in here, but here we are, guys. Once again, I forgot to show you the final result before I guide coated it, but does it really matter? No. But all that stuff, I kind of lightly sanded it out before I primed it. It's going to be a few little rink-a-dinks, little things like that. Most of this stuff will just sand right out when I block it. I'm going to block it probably real quick, dry, clean all this up, add just a little filler in these spots, in the pinholes, and then clean it up. And then after that, I'll probably spot it, spot prime it, and then it's ready for sealer and base. So I kind of don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I think I'm just gonna put my buddy's name on it. That's it. I don't really have anything else right now. I've been wanting to buy a printer, a water slide, so I can do like a picture of people or their cars or something, and then water slide it on there and then candy over it, because I can't do murals. I'm not a guy with a mural kind of dude. I can't paint for shit like that. Barely get through this. But I think I'm gonna just put his name right here, Dave, his last name right there. So that's about it. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna base it silver just on the arm, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mask off the lettering, and then I'm gonna base it charcoal gray, and then after the charcoal gray, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little bit of gold flake in some intercoat and dust the gold flake on it real light. Then after that dries, I'm gonna peel the letters off, so the letters will be silver base, and the rest of the cross will be charcoal gray base with the gold flake. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I think before I peel the letters though, I'm gonna airbrush just around them with some white or red or a different color, maybe some orange, something, just to make them pop more. And then I'm gonna candy it with the candy green over it. So I already have all the colors. Let's see here. So what I'm going to be using is, I had this gray sky metallic. It's a silver. This was a color that is the color of my Tundra, and I bought this to do some touch-ups, which I never did, and I bought it in 2016 and I still haven't done it, but the paint's still good. So I already opened it and checked it. I did a job on a tailgate to a freaking Dodge truck a long time ago in 2020, and this is a really like charcoal gray metallic. We're going to be using that for the base. And then of course I have the green candy concentrate. There's not that much left in there, but when you mix it, it should double what I have in there, but I'm hoping it's going to be enough. I think there's about half a can. I did a bigger cross and I only used about half, so I think I should be fine. So I think that's what we're going to go with, guys. Maybe I can use that Zenith Gold. I don't think there's any in there. Oh, there is. That's an option. Maybe I can spray Zenith Gold for the lettering instead of silver. That might be cool because then it'll pop different. Possibility. Strong possibility. I'm not sure if I'm going to airbrush the letters on there with the stencil or if I'm going to use stickers, pop them on there and then spray it. I think I might airbrush them. I don't know. I got to mess with it, guys. This is the part I'm not good at. I could build crosses all day, but when it comes to like the custom painting stuff with letters and all that shit, I'm not good at it. I always struggle. But yeah, because I can't airbrush worth the shit. I mean, I can over a stencil, but when you start putting stickers, I start getting bad tape lines and all kinds of stuff. But we'll see what happens, guys. I'll hit you up when I get to the next phase.